What's up, guys? Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on Destiny. And if you've been following my channel or Destiny news in general, 2 days ago, Bungie took the Destiny servers down for maintenance in preparation for their upcoming 1.1.1 update to the game. And the servers were only supposed to be down for about 2 hours. And a lot of people started getting worried because they came to my video and they're going, clickety-clack, Mac, you lied to me. You said the servers were only going to be down for 2 hours. It's been 3 or 4 hours. Where the fuck are the servers? Chill, money. I don't work for Bungie. If there are delays while they're doing, server maintenance, I don't have anything to fucking do with it. I don't have any extra information that you guys might have about the game. Bungie doesn't just send me an email and be like, oh yeah, Mac, just to let you know, we're going to be down for 4 hours, but we're only advertising 2 hours of downtime, so make sure you lie to all your subscribers today. It's like, no, that doesn't happen. What I do is I go on this ultra obscure site called Google. I go www.google.com. I know some of you guys don't know what it is, but it's the search engine. And you type in, like, say, Bungie, Destiny. And holy shit, it took me to Bungie.net, where all this information is being posted that I relayed to you guys. But a lot of people are too lazy to use obscure sites such as Google. Maybe you'll like Bing. No. But a lot of people started getting worried because the servers were ended up down being like 4 or 5 hours in. Ooh, baby, that's a long time to be down. God damn it, Mac. But when they came back, ooh, they came hard. God damn it, I'm trying to get through this fucking video without any goddamn innuendo. Go, over there, take a seat, Mac. Sit the fuck down. It's Jay's time to shine. Now, they came out with the update after the server maintenance. That was a surprise, because we were probably waiting for it this Tuesday, but they came out with what is considered the biggest update for Destiny outside of the release of The Dark Below. And since this patch was so massive and intensive, I wanted to give it a day or two to go through it and make sure that everything was working as intended before letting you guys know my thoughts and opinions on the changes that were made. But I also wanted to give Bungie the benefit of the doubt of actually playing the patch and not just running out to be like, hey guys, the patch is out, this is all the information I hear. I want to make sure that I'm as informed as possible from my own experiences and I don't really just relay shit that I read off Reddit. It's a big problem inside the YouTube world, is people pass along information that they don't actually experience. Motherfucker. So, first off, let's talk about the best change in this patch. It wasn't even advertised. It wasn't even anywhere on the radar. Bungie did not even let anybody know anything about what was coming. No. I guess Mac went away to go make a sandwich because there's no semen joke there. So, Bungie has now made it so you can log into Bungie.net and you'll see all 3 of your Guardians, your gear, your inventory, as well. Off to the right-hand side will be your vault space. And what you can do is go to www.bungie.net and you can take gear from the vault and you put it into your character's backpack. Or you can take things out of your character's backpack to make room for things like engrams or other things like house banners that don't show up inside of your postmaster inventory if you don't pick it up. You can go ahead and be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take my black wax idols. I'm going to put it inside of the vault so I can pick up this house banner and get myself 200 glimmer without having to actually leave the game world. Because that's the coolest thing, is this doesn't have to be in orbit. You don't have to go to the tower. It works instantly in the game world instant. So say you're in Crota's raid and you left your Galahorn on your other character. Everybody in there is like, oh, well, we got to go all the way to the tower, and you got to get a new character, you got to go to the tower again with your character, you got to put the Galahorn in the vault and come back out, switch characters, go. Nobody wants to fucking do that. But now, you can just clickety-clack, log on to Bungie.net, take that Galahorn, move it to the vault, then go on the character that you're on, and you can take it from the vault right into your other characters. So you can swap gear between characters and the vault on the fly without having to go back to orbit. But I do want to say, be careful and only use this if you 100% have to. This is still a brand new feature. I have heard some horror stories of people that were using the mobile version of the Bungie app doing this, and they lost weapons and inventory items. Now, I'm not sure if these people were just, clickety-clacking back and forth on their tablet, and they were doing it so fast that, the fucking mobile app couldn't keep up, and it lost their inventory, or if they're just internet trolls out there that love coming to Destiny videos, and they spread false and misleading information because they're mad that nobody plays Call of Duty or Battlefield anymore. Sincerely, fuck those guys. But, like I said, only use this on the actual Bungie.net browser. That's the only part of this I'm endorsing. If you're going to use the mobile app, be careful. I wouldn't want to go ahead and start, just testing everything out and start fucking around. If you're using a mobile app, only use it if you 100% have to, until we find out more information of whether or not people are actually losing shit, or if they're just internet trolls just being fucktards. So, the second biggest change to Destiny with this update was that pulse rifles. I actually said that right. I didn't say pulse rifles. I said pulse rifles received an almost 10% damage buff. And not only are they actually usable right now, but some people are claiming that the Red Death and Oversoul Edict are really strong in the Crucible right now. So, if you happen to have a Red Death and an Oversoul Edict, and you want to go ahead and show your OP-ness to everybody else, that's the place to do it. This is not the place to show me your OP-ness. God damn it. So, it's funny though, because, last week in a Nightfall, my reward was a really nice roll on the 3 Little Words Crucible Pulse Rifle. Now, if people don't know what that is, it's actually one of the pulse rifles in the game that has the most impact that I've ever seen. And, it almost feels like a 3-round burst scout rifle now, but it doesn't have that satisfying, pow of a bullet being fired, Now that I think about it, though, I wouldn't mind seeing an audio file change to the game because, the gun sounds in this game are so fucking awesome. But then you get to the pulse rifles and you're like, man, this is going to sound like the BR from Halo, isn't it? It's going to pow, 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 pow. Instead, it just sounds like a mouse jizzing. Shotguns, though, they received a 100% damage bonus increase in PvE. Let me say that again. Player versus environment. Not Crucible, not PvP. Those you guys are coming out here mad fucking goddamn fucking shotguns in the PvP. You don't have to worry. It's just a 100% damage bonus. Double the damage inside of PvE activities. And it's fucking awesome. In fact, I actually wouldn't be surprised to see if Bungie tones down shotguns just a little bit in the future. But I really hope that they don't. Because shotguns now finally give you that confidence that a shotgun should. If I see a pack of enemies, like, man, I'm going to run into that pack of enemies and I'm going to take out like 95% of them before I need to get the fuck out of Dodge. Plus, it feels really good just jumping into a Minotaur, or a Wizard, or a Captain with a suicide run just straight for the face. Pow! Ah, you're dead. I'm sorry. I just love shotguns so much. But as for the rest of the weapons, auto rifles, hand cannons, and fusion rifles, they did get a slight, I guess you would consider a nerf. I consider it a slight tweak because, nothing was really majorly changed. But, I didn't really notice that big of a difference, but I'm not the auto rifle guy in the game. Everybody's like, man, Mac uses auto rifles all the time. No, I really don't, but I haven't noticed any difference between the auto rifles that I use now and using them beforehand. So if you guys have seen any difference with the auto rifles, hand cannons, and fusion rifles, let me know what you guys have seen so far from this patch. I want to read what your experience is, because there's a lot of people out there that majorly just use a fucking auto rifle, and I'm the type of guy that's like, well, I use like hand cannons and scout rifles, mostly scout rifles lately. So my opinions might be a little bit skewed compared to somebody else there, but from what I've been reading around the community, is that majority of people are happy where things stand right now, weapon balance wise. What? This is 2015, and we just had a major weapon balance change inside of a first-person shooter, and the community's happy? Good job, Bungie. It is so hard to balance weapons in a game without one of two things happening. Number one, everyone goes crazy and bites your fucking head off like Ozzy biting a bat's head off. And number two, without majorly fucking up the balance of everything else in the game. So really, Bungie, that is fucking impressive. Now, when you take those and you add it into the same pot as all the other additions and fixes in this update, like the heavy ammo glitches, both of them were fixed. You no longer lose heavy ammo when dying or go into orbit, and synths actually work even if you have a full inventory. Weekly heroic strikes now have matchmaking on them, which I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, but I want to solo them for the challenge. Well, you want a challenge? Go solo to Nightfall. That still has no matchmaking. And I don't think it's really hurting you to have an extra guy tag along in the heroic, is it? No, an extra gun is usually always welcome. Now, what Bungie needs to do is to figure out a good system to kick rewards campers. Then I'd be a little bit happier. How about if they made it to where, like, if you don't actually shoot the boss, you don't get any fucking rewards or credit for that strike? I think that would be a little bit, like a fair compromise. That way, you know, I do give people a little bit of shit for staying AFK at the beginning of the strike, and I do run them over with my Sparrow to make sure they don't get credit for their bounties. And I had a couple people actually come on to my videos, and they're like, oh, but what if I'm in the other room and I'm changing my baby's diaper and you killed me and you ruined my bounty? Them's those apples, man. Them's those apples. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. You just had to get into another strike. No big deal. Now, they also added in an amazing new reputation menu that if you go inside your inventory, you can now check the level and progression of all your factions, which is pretty awesome. I don't have to go running around the tower to see how much XP I need. If I'm on patrol and I'm like, oh man, you know, how much XP do I need to level up my new monarchy before I go back to orbit? I can check that now. I don't have to go to the tower through 8 fucking menus to go and see what the fuck was my goddamn fucking level on a faction. Realistically, that's something that should have been in the game from the get-go. But I'm not gonna get on Bungie with that, because this is still a learning experience for everybody, because this is a different type of game that I guess we've seen variations of this style game, but this is still kind of new and paving ground that kind of looks familiar, but it's off the beaten path. They also added in a host of PvP changes, none of which actually interest me, until they add in fun new game modes and actually fix the rewards drop system in the Crucible to favor those that actually do something to fucking help their team win. Now, if you're interested in the PvP changes, I will link in the description down below that will take you to Bungie.net to read the entire patch notes. Most of them are just minor changes, like decreasing the amount of special ammo that you spawn with, stopping Guardians from dropping heavy ammo when they die, and the ability to play any game mode at level 5 when the Crucible is unlocked, instead of having to play Domination to unlock TDM, and play TDM to unlock Free For All. You get the point. Either way, you can't blame Bungie for wanting to streamline the entire progress and interface of their game for newer players that are coming along. Even if it's just an attempt to get more people to play the Crucible, it's nice to see that Bungie isn't altogether abandoning the PvP aspect of the game, which gives me and everybody else hope that we'll see fun game modes that Bungie is known for, their community game modes, which is like capture the flag style shit, or maybe even Sparrow racing. I wouldn't mind getting some Crucible marks for just racing around and having a good time with some people. That would actually be a lot of fun. I think so. But we'll talk about that another day. But I gotta say, this is a very crucial time in Destiny's life cycle right now. We're in between the first of 2 DLCs. The community is still growing. We're at an all-time peak of Destiny players. But some of the older first-time players of the game, when they came in at launch, they feel like that this game lacked a little bit of content. Maybe the Dark Below was a little bit lacking in their opinion. But Bungie not only delivered on an amazing patch that will truly change how I play the game, but they also delivered on Xur selling the Universal Remote, which is absolutely fucking awesome in PvE now, and the Heart of Praxic Fire for Warlocks the day after the patch went live. Which is smart if you think about it. You drop a huge patch, you have a ton of changes, really good changes, and then you finally sell a piece of the gear in the game that everybody wanted. It brings back a ton of the original players, and you also have the newer players that are playing the game, and you still have your faithful, fan base that plays the game every day, even if they just do bounties and shit like that. And then, while they're leveling up that gear, they're talking with their friends, they're noticing all the new amazing changes, they're impressed with this patch, and BAM! You just successfully reinvigorated your entire fan base, got people excited and talking again, before a DLC drops, all without selling the Gjallarhorn, your best, strongest weapon, most sought after piece of gear in the game, which if they ever did release the Gjallarhorn at Xur again at this point in the game, they would most likely have to nerf it. So, I think Bungie did a damn good job here, and other game developers, they should take some notes, because even though Bungie had a few missteps along the way over the last few months, Bungie has brought it back around 180 degrees and knocked a home run out of the park with this patch. And in the words of Montel Jordan from the early 90s, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. So, my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it, because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. But also, don't forget to tell me in the comment section down below, how are you enjoying this patch? What type of weapons have you been using? Have you been using anything new? Has some of your favorite weapons actually been a little bit nerfed or tweaked to where you don't like to use that weapon anymore and you use something new? Or if you just still play the game the same old way that you've been using, let me know. I'm interested in hearing what the fuck you got to say. So, like I said, my name's Jay. MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later.